That's according to football consultant Ian McGarry, who thinks it would have been a smarter decision to keep the legendary United boss on side at the club. Ferguson enjoyed a stellar 26-year career at United, winning 13 Premier League titles and 2 Champions Leagues. He called time on his lengthy tenure in 2013, making way for David Moyes, yet the Glazer family didn't want him to take up a position on the board. And McGarry believes this was a poor decision in hindsight. It was a complex scenario for Manchester United. You've got a group of owners who own the club outright, so there's no board, there's no shareholders meeting where they say, "Shall we keep Ferguson or shan't we?" He told the Transfer Window podcast. They basically said, "We want Fergie out." Fergie negotiated terms of his retirement in that he gets to choose the successor. David Moyes then comes in on a 7-year contract. The Glazers agree to this on the basis Ferguson has agreed to retire. They then suffocate Moyes by not supporting him in the transfer market. He lasts 6 months, they sack him. They then wanted Carlo Ancelotti, who by that time had signed for another club, so they had to bring in Louis van Gaal, who was a poor second choice as it turned out. And then when Van Gaal fails, obviously they have to go back to the drawing board and find a manager who effectively is in Fergie's image. Mourinho comes in, does well in his first 2 years, and then we all know the story from there. So you can make an argument that ostracizing Fergie completely was a poor judgment call from the people who run the club, but as we've seen repeatedly, Ed Woodward will point to social media numbers and followers in social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram etc. as making Manchester United the biggest club in the world. The Glazers keep taking huge dividends from the club for their own personal payment. The share price has increased almost double in the last 5 years. Not all down to the Glazers, or down to commercial interests etc. etc. It's also down to inflation in the market generally with football clubs. And Ferguson himself of course has suffered ill health. So there's lots of factors, there's not one simple answer to whether it was a mistake to ostracize Ferguson. From a point of view of continuity, I think it would have been probably more clever to keep Ferguson on side than to make him an alien in his own club, but that was the choice they made, and the results on the pitch have been very poor generally speaking outside of Mourinho's first season, and so you would have to say it was a poor decision. Ferguson has been sorely missed at Old Trafford, with the club failing to win the Premier League title since his departure. Jesse Lingard has fond memories of the Scot, despite never featuring under him, recalling the day he threw a boot at him. "I'll never forget this one day, I was still at the academy, and I was walking the corridors at Carrington," he told the Players Tribune. "I think maybe I was having a bad day, to be honest. I was in my head. So I'm just walking the halls, and all of a sudden I feel a boot clip the back of me head. Whack. Proper whack. I turn around, like, bloody ... who done that? And it's Sir Alex, and he's got a little smirk. He says, 'How you behavin', Lloyd?' He knew what it meant to do something like that. That's how you knew he liked you, when he'd have a bit of banter with you. I was buzzing for days after that. The main man. Gonna play for him someday."